Hi, it's Michael. And just a reminder that these meditations are intended to be done in the stillness and quiet of a space that you feel comfortable in, where you can close your eyes for a few moments and relax. So if you're anywhere that requires you to be mindful and aware of your surroundings, make sure to keep your eyes open, keep alert and aware. Otherwise, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out and let it all settle. And then go ahead and close down your eyes, or you can just stay here with me. Ways to find stillness in the midst of those times in our lives that are chaotic. Working on not using those skills of barreling through things and getting to the other side, not necessarily needing to rely on the grit and determination, but to rely on the ability to find stillness, to make conscious decisions from that wisdom and clarity that comes from stillness. And from this place, start to connect to the breath. Just the gentle inhale and exhale through the nose. Just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then start to become aware of that air entering into the chest, feeling the rise and the fall of the chest with each breath as you breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And then drop that awareness into the belly as the belly expands with each breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And if at this point in time the mind is wandering, taking you to places, just allow for yourself to become aware of those thoughts. And just as if they were clouds in the sky, just allow for yourself to watch them float by. They exist, they're there, but you can just watch them pass, not needing to hold on to them, not needing to follow them through to fruition, but just become aware of thought. And as you allow yourself to become aware of thought, start to become aware of the thoughts that might surround a chaotic situation. If there's a time in your life right now that feels out of control, that feels like it's creating a bit of chaos in your life, start to draw your awareness and attention to the thought of that. Just letting yourself run wild with thoughts, not needing to censor anything or even draw it back to the present moment. For the next few moments, just give yourself permission to be in thought about the chaos. And as you feel into that chaos, allowing for those thoughts to be present, start to connect to how it's affecting the body. We'll start by moving through each part of the body and just notice if there's tension or tightness connected to those thoughts. Noting the first space of tension that tends to exist in the neck. Just start to become aware if there's any tension there. And if there is, give yourself permission to move the neck from side to side, forward to back, just playing with movement. and letting go of whatever's holding on there. And then draw that awareness into the shoulders, noting if there's any tension or tightness held there, noting the position of the shoulders, if they might be up towards your ears. Maybe give yourself permission to let those drop. If they feel tense or tight, maybe rolling them back once or twice, and then forward. Just letting the shoulders be loose, letting go of anything that you're holding on to. And then draw that awareness and attention into the hands, noticing if there's any gripping of the fingers, if they happen to be in a fist or they happen to be tight. Maybe allow for those fingers to wiggle. If they feel particularly tense, maybe giving them a shake. But just letting the tension out of the hands. And then start to feel into the lower back. Noticing if there's any ache or pain there, if there's anything that might be holding on. And if so, maybe moving the body from side to side, trying to stretch out that lower back. Maybe leaning forward or leaning back. But just letting that movement be present. And then move down and draw that awareness to the feet. Noting if there's any tension or tightness in the toes, if there's a curling or a holding on there. If so, just let those release just as you did with the fingers. Maybe giving them a little wiggle, a little shake. And then just on your own, start to scan through the entire body and just become aware of anywhere that might be holding on right now. And just give yourself permission to draw your attention there and let go. In whatever way you need to, whether that's movement, a shaking, a stretch. Just feeling into the tension and practicing letting go. And as you start to let go of the physical response to that chaos, start to now tune into the emotional response that might be left. If there's any strong feelings or emotions attached to the thought of chaos in your life, draw your awareness there. And while the intention may be to push it away, or to run from it, or to fight against it, in the safety of this meditation, give yourself permission to sit with it for a moment, to let that emotion, that feeling wash over you. And as you permit it to be there, there might be a response from your body. You might feel a retensing of part of your body. You might feel an urge to cry. Whatever it is, just give yourself permission to be with it. and start to examine what is the emotion or the feeling that is most present for you today. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's a feeling of discomfort. Whatever is present for you, just take the next few moments and just invite it in, almost as if you were letting it come into your house to sit with you. Inviting this feeling or emotion to enter in and to sit next to you for a moment. And as you let that feeling be present for you, you allow for it to be there, sitting next to you. Start to become aware if there's any judgment. If you're noting that feeling as good or bad. If you're thinking that it is right to feel that, or it's wrong to feel that. Just see what it would feel like to release that judgment and to simply view it as neutral. There's nothing good or bad about it. There's nothing right or wrong. It just is. It's just there. Just let it be there. Allow for it to be present. Take whatever it's trying to tell you, whatever it's causing your body to feel, just let it all be there. If it's helpful, when those thoughts of negativity come up, maybe you can say the word, "It's okay. It's okay to be here. It's okay to sit with me. It's okay to feel." And now allow for yourself to almost imagine as if you could pick up that emotion, to hold it in your hands, and then to just gently let it go, feeling it fall away from you, seeing it sink into the floor beneath you. And just feel that sense of release. And then breathe into that space of release, breathing in and breathing out. And noting the space of stillness that exists now. Having given yourself time to be with that feeling or emotion. Having released it. What does it feel like to be still? Continue to connect to the breath for the next few moments, noting what it feels like to breathe now. Breathing into the nose and breathing out through the nose. Feeling the chest rise with the inhale and fall. Feeling the belly expand with the inhale and release as you exhale. Feeling the body relax, sinking into this space of calm stillness. For the next few moments, continue to connect to the breath as it enters through the nose, the chest, the belly. Simply continuing to return back to what it feels like to be still. And now from this place of stillness, this calm that's washed over you, start to remember that chaos. That situation in your life that's causing you to want to run, to want to hide, or to be in action mode trying to get away from it. And when those feelings come up, just remember them falling down. Return back to this place of stillness and pause. And from this place of wisdom and clarity, start to connect to, in the face of this chaos, who do you want to be? How do you want to show up? taking a moment to really consider how you want to move through this. How do you want to get to the other side? And what's waiting on the other side? Once this chaos has passed, what do you want to be there? Just give yourself a moment to connect to the stillness, the quiet, the calm, and connect to that wisdom and allow for that to show you who you are. And as you cultivate that sense of awareness of how you want to show up in the face of this chaos, of who you are, who you will be, start to think of the next step, the step that will lead you towards that version of you, that will lead you towards that ultimate outcome that is the step beyond the chaos. Not thinking of every step, not thinking of how to barrel through or force your way to the other side. But what is the next step? One step away from where you are now. One step closer to who you want to be and where you want to be. Let that wisdom and clarity be there. Let that answer wash over you. And as that answer becomes clear, start to challenge yourself to take that with you, to let that guide you through the week, to focus on returning back to the stillness and then taking one step forward. When those moments come over, when you have the instinct to act in the face of an emotion, in the experience of chaos, let yourself pause, be aware of that instinct, and then make the conscious choice to take that step that your wisdom told you to take. Let that guide you forward. Start now to become aware of the space around you. Hearing the sounds within the room, connecting to the smells, the taste, your sense of touch. Becoming aware of your senses, and then finally, if your eyes have been closed, go ahead and flutter them open, taking the space around you. And fully enter back, feeling connected and calm. Continue to find ways to return back to that wisdom, to take those small steps forward, to remember that vision of who you want to be and how you want to move through this moment of chaos. Continue to find your way back here. And if you need, you can always return to this space. I'll be right here. We'll end today as we began, with a deep breath in and breathe out, and let it all settle. Go take care of yourself, and I will see you next week.